Good morning. This morning I'm going to talk about the difference between a Setrack curved point and a Streamlined curved point. Now this is an ST245 Setrack curved point. This is radius 2, that is a radius 3. This is a Streamlined curved point, Sierra Lima -87 SL87 left hand, and obviously that's a lot wider than radius 4, and it's just a slight curve, and it is, even if you can't see it. But there you can see the difference. Here we have a right hand curved point, and that is an ST244, same as before. That's radius 2, that's radius 3, and this is an SL86, a right hand streamlined curved point, and they're both insul frog, and you can see that's wider than radius 4. I don't know what you'd call it, but it is a lot wider. In case you were looking at the streamlined curved point and thought, I can't see that it's curved, here is an SL89, which is a streamlined point where this is straight left hand, and you can see here, and obviously here's a left hand SL87 streamlined curved point, and you can see the curve. So that's a left hand streamlined point, not curved, left hand streamlined point curved, and you can quite clearly see the difference with this track. Obviously against a Setrack curved point you can't really see the difference. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the difference when you've got them running or having locos running over them. Here fortuitously we have both types of curved points. That's an ST245 left hand Setrack, and that's an SL87 left hand streamlined, and I'm going to show this class 70 going over the points. So here's a radius 2 of the Setrack curve point, and you can see that's tight, and the loco slows down due to the inertia. What we're going to show you now is the loco going through the radius 3 part of the Setrack curve point, the ST245 left hand. Here we are passing through the inner part of the streamlined curve point, and you can see how smooth it is, how it runs, and in my opinion it looks a lot more realistic. This is obviously the outer part of the streamlined point, and you can see it is just so smooth. What I'm doing now is giving you a slightly wider aspect and the loco going in the opposite direction, and here you can see over the outer part of the streamlined curved point. Here we are passing through the inner radius of the streamlined curve point. Now we're going to pass through the radius 3 part of the Setrack curve point. what we're going to do is finish off running through the radius 2 part of the ST245 into the radius 2. Now, obviously you've seen the difference between Streamlined and Setrack curve point and the differences in running. You've obviously seen the difference in the radii of these 2 points. Now, if I'd have had the knowledge that I have now back when we built this layout, I would have used Streamlined curve points all day long. This used to be a Setrack curve point. Now, this is not the way to lay a Setrack curve point. I'm being critical of myself, but it's a fact. Radius 2 into radius 2 off a Setrack curve point I would not recommend. Some locomotives do struggle with this. Hence why that used to be the inner track, that the outer track, they put this extension on the back. That is now the outer track, that is now the inner track. Some low steam locomotives struggle with radius 2 curve into a radius 2. Now obviously your track has to be dead level whenever you lay it, but more so on a Setrack curve point because of the radius 2. Now I would recommend, if you're going to use Setrack curve points, you have this going into a radius 3 or a radius 4, not a radius 2. If you're using radius 3, no locomotive should struggle. Or the other way around it is radius 2 into a short straight, then a radius 2. I know I've diversified a bit, but that's basically the difference. Obviously with a Streamlined curve point, your mother-in-law would go round it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you.